could solve this for you. Dust, you want to get married and then go see the D&D movie live?
You know, I was just thinking about it.
You can't tell because I'm on the other side of a computer, but I'm on one knee.
The
Rizzler.
Why have I been pinged? Oh, that's why I was pinged.
You're so skibbity.
Don't.
You're so fantastic.
We're live, by the way.
Oh my gosh, this
Just wanted to make that.
So skibbity.
Look at that! I just got the notification.
you know, this Twitch chat, it's on Skibbity.
You'll die at my
It's really
hands.
busy me up right now.
I have the music inside chat.
Hey, Dust. Can I live?
This Twitch chat,
I don't associate myself with them.
Yeah. Chat.
Yeah.
Dust is the Rizzler.
Excellent.
It's so
Yeah,
easy.
this chat is mad Phantom Tax.
It's so easy to right-click and deafen and mute. It's so easy. It's just a flick of a button.
You know,
Oh my gosh.
okay, but Dust.
I have rights.
You know
Dust.
that in the club. You know that in the club we're all fam.
No, in the club, we all fam.
In the club,
we all
we
fam.
all fam.
In the club, we all fam.
My cursor, Hunter, you were pure until this moment. My cursor is over the kick button.
In the club, we all fam.
In the club,
we all fam.
I'm just gonna go back to eating my food.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
renaming my character Clurb.
Dust, I need you to understand that this is nowhere near as bad as yesterday. I was playing some games with some people, and I think it was like Hyro or something who said, "I'll take that trade." And then for the next hour and a half, it was a crowd of like 10 people going, "I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade."
It's a damn good deal.
It's a damn good deal. Alright. Somebody give me a recap.
It's a damn good deal.
A what?
A recap.
I can do
I-
it. Or do you want to
I
do
think-
it? You got it?
Seppi's the only one
Yeah,
that has it
yeah.
yet.
I'll let you.
I have
I'll
it
let you
also.
take it.
Oh well, I'll die then.
Oh, okay. I remember this
Real
from my
quick, Dust.
memory.
Oh,
The stream's on a starting Zoom screen, I think.
oh I already moved it. I just moved it.
Oh, I might be 10 seconds behind.
Stream delay.
It's how Twitch works.
Yeah,
Okay.
and my Wi-Fi.
I think, if I'm correct, last time, he had a. Was the last time when we entered the cave, or was that the session before?
That was last session.
Okay, so
That was last
we
time.
were I'm gonna remember from what I remember. We were walking on ice. These worms, the Texan road worm from SpongeBob came out of and attacked all of us in the middle of nowhere. I remember it.
First off, it was a bullworm from SpongeBob.
Yeah. We had that battle. We were very cool. Robert got dragged into the water. Very L moment.
I lived these.
We were like, okay, these guys are normally in caves. They're out of their caves, and they've got these bite marks. That's kind of suspicious. And we're still kind of looking for the thing that we need to look for. So we kind of ventured on, found the cave, and I think we were walking in kind of like with our torches and all, because nobody in this party has dark vision apparently.
Oh yeah.
And we like a majority of us squeezed to one side and one of us just went to the other. Rest in peace, Nadar. Two of us went into like a room, if I remember correctly. And the other two were like, well, that's kind of suspicious of just leaving Nadar there. Then we just heard Nadar going, getting attacked by this wyvern, and was like, "Hey guys, I think something's up." And it's just cut off, And Hemlock and Nan were like, "Oh, that's kind of weird that no one just came over there." So we just came over there. kind of feel like assholes, but that's okay. We're pretty cool. Came over there, saw the bolt in the torch, saw the wyvern, disappeared. From what I remember, Nadar woke up, and Robert and Lee were like, they went into the room, I think, if I remember correctly. That a wyvern just came in there from out of nowhere, and I think this was initiating combat, and that's how this last session ended. I hope I did that correctly.
Absolutely. Take a point of inspiration. I'll actually put that up there for you.
Somebody walked off on his own. I wonder who that could have fucking been.
And then we will start right where we left off in the ruins of the kindergarten, where we will roll initiative.
Fine.
Initiative, there it is.
Alright, thank God I'm still a big
We
motherfucker.
back at it, boys. Here we go. Hitting them big threes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Okay, it's a really strong 3.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Not
Yeah,
as
that
bad as
feels-
Robert, though.
That feels
Feels about right.
about right.
You know what, though? It's
You know
okay,
what?
'cause in the club, we all
Yeah,
fam.
the one's getting
Let
ambushed
me-
by the wyvern, not knowing what's happening. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. So it's not going good for you right off the bat. So the wyvern is going to go first.
Guys, there's a fucking wyvern behind you.
And the mage is up front.
And Non is nowhere to be seen.
Yes. Oh, I almost forgot. Right off the bat, Nadar, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Okay,
I
here we
love
go.
this
Here we go.
already.
+5. I can't wait to roll really low. Let's go.
Seven.
Oh no! Sorry, just Nadar. But
I
that's
rolled
okay.
an 11.
I heard a non. Okay, might be.
With an
What if I
11,
die?
you do beat the threshold to not be paralyzed.
Oh, lovely.
So currently you are just poisoned.
Okay.
I say
live with
just,
that.
but you know.
I'm only
Um,
poisoned, guys. It's okay.
And so, I think the wyvern is probably like, that one's poison. It knows that. You're tiny, and you're big.
Big boy.
Would it go for the bigger one? Because it needs to assess. I'm gonna have it make a martial check. I have never done this before.
Enemy martial check. Here we go.
It sees some guy in a cloak and then giant armor guy.
Yeah. With a
Staring it down with my intimidating presence.
with a 6, I think it's going to make the stupid decision. Go for you.
Perfect.
As it jumps directly into the air and glides closer to you with its claws outstretched. It is going to try and get you. That is a hit on that one. Do you have any resistances or immunities to damage?
We're going off of what Zach had, and I think the Aclean was a very untested race.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
Okay. Because there is a type of damage you're about to take that I don't think adds up. If that makes sense.
There are cases to make on certain things. I would presume.
Okay. I think for now we'll say you have resistance to it.
Okay.
That is a miss.
Stream can't see
I
You
will-
are so
wait,
right.
I would mention. I think there's one thing in particular. Okay, no, that's okay. I have immunity to disease. I should mention that.
Immunity to disease, but not poison.
Wait, I think I actually do have immunity to poison.
That's what I was thinking. I thought you might have had immunity to poison.
I think I did. Give me.
I mean, there's no body to poison.
Yeah.
Give me like 12 seconds.
Either way, the attack does miss.
Immunity to poison and disease.
There you are. Okay. So it lunges at you with its claws, slashes at some of your armor, and it twists around its stinger, aiming to poison you, stabs you right through the chest, then it pulls back, and nothing happens.
Robert looks down. You stabbed me?
Emily is
and
very
I
depressed.
took some.
Yeah,
I would like to steal.
absolutely.
And as much as I do want to just hit this thing, it's not the smart thing to do. So
I mean, you have advantage on strength stuff right now.
yes, absolutely I do, but I still need to do the smart thing. So I am going to reach down to Nadar,
Mhm.
and I'm going to use 5 points from Lay on Hands to remove poison from him.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
And it goes away just like that. You reach a hand down and you wash the poison away. You are feeling fine, Nadar. You have a bonus action, Robert.
And
Or martial
yeah,
check.
I would like. Do I not get both?
No, you can do both. Sorry.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I don't even have any spell slots left. That's right. Is this thing like focused on me? Is that what I can presume? That's what I'd like to make. That's what I'd like to like marshal. Like I want to see where its focus is lying.
I will say right now, you don't have to make a martial check for that. It is attacking whatever is in front of it, and it's kind of doing it at a state. It's like assessing the battlefield. Because it didn't do that much to you, it might not go for you next round. If you want it to, you can make a martial check to try and do that.
No, I'm just gonna do the cooler thing. I'm gonna step right up to it, trying to occupy some of its space and getting in between it and Enley to give Enley some room.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, drain mortal essence.
Okay, so it just takes 3 damage, right?
It takes 3 damage, and then it's got to roll a con saving throw or lose that forever.
Okay. I'm gonna give it its damage.
Okay, guys, that was a chunk. If I do this 50 more times, we're good.
Okay, so it can heal that, but I don't think there are any clerics for the wyvern nearby, so I think you'll be fine.
That's your wounds on the wyvern.
Yeah. It takes a little bit of damage.
Healing word on the wyvern.
You hold out your arms. Do you like grab onto it?
Yeah.
And some of the skin around where your gauntlets grab onto it begin to gray and soften, but not nearly enough as it looks like it's about to bite your head off. But it's not its turn.
Joke's on it. I can remove my helmet.
Who would you like to pass to?
I will pass to Enley so they can get the fuck out of there.
Alrighty.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna back the fuck up.
Okay. Are you going to use your
I-
action to disengage or get away by other means?
Actually, wait, no, that's not gonna. No, I don't have the spell slots for that. Can I do a little martial check?
Absolutely. Looking for anything in specific, or
wanna-
just a basic one?
Yeah, I want to know roughly how smart I think the wyvern is.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, insight.
Yeah, or animal handling.
I'll go with insight.
Go for it. That
Oh,
was,
thank God.
Yeah, I was saying that was very close. With insight, I'm gonna give you something than you would have gotten with animal handling. You think that the wyvern is a predator, first and foremost. You think that they are more animalistic than, your average dragon, or kobold or something like that. you look up at the ceiling and you can see the hole that it came out of. So clearly it's devised some kind of tunnel system in this temple to get around easier. In terms of like how smart it is, you think that it is actually it's not that great. It knows how to assess behavior and determine which is the easiest to kill and which one would yield the best reward. But besides that, it's just an animal. And I think I will just straight up tell you it has an intelligence of 5.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
I just needed an intelligence of 4 on that guy, so...
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna make a wyvern laugh.
Yeah, just make it laugh its ass off.
Well,
No, you're not.
no, that's good.
Oh,
that's
good.
That's pretty
That's
accurate.
That's what
Um,
it rolled, not what Emily rolled.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it will... I don't even know how... So these things don't speak, so I don't even know how they laugh. I think...
Dust, you want me to tackle it?
I think it's more like a warbled like
you want me to
a
tackle it?
warble? I like the
yeah,
warble.
like how some birds like warble when they're like trying to like make noises or so, or like chirp at each other.
Yeah, I actually think I like that one. I think that the wyvern just kind of falls to its side and just starts moving back and forth in a very unnatural way. And
Can I
starts-
opportunity attack?
No, absolutely not.
Fuck you.
Starts warbling that like just
You
on the
can't-
ground.
You can't move it within 5 feet of me and not make me want to hit it.
But yeah, it is incapacitated right now.
Excellent.
Let me give it the prone effect so that attacks have advantage.
Until Robert starts fucking wailing on it.
You know that this is what is going to happen.
I think that's the first time that Tasha's Hideous Laughter has worked for me.
I think that's the first time a spell has worked for you that wasn't on yourself.
Yeah,
No.
yes.
Suggestion worked.
Okay.
That's true.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I'm so caught up on all your failed attempts at
Listen,
insulting.
vicious mockery. It's a delicate art that Enly does not understand. Alright, so Enly's gonna take that opportunity to get the fuck out of there.
Yes. I do
Yeah, she's
think
gonna back up
I'm
the wall.
gonna read over the spell. No, it says incapacitated, so it cannot do anything.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
no,
exactly why I used it.
you do that. You back up.
Yeah, yeah, so it'll make saves at the end of the round and when it takes damage. But, you know, at least it got me out of there.
We have so many people here.
Hey, people.
So many people. But yeah,
What up,
Oh.
crowd?
what's up? What's up? I am gonna be playing
What's
Hemlock.
up?
Also, hello, Abby. But yeah,
Okay,
Who's
and
it
then, bonus action, Bardic Inspiration for Robert.
love that.
Actually, no, to Nadar, 'cause he's not doing great.
I'm doing fine, actually.
No, you don't do great.
You have not
That's
rolled
different
incredibly
than
well
doing
as of
great.
late.
See, there's a difference between doing great and rolling great. I don't do the second one.
Of
You know,
course.
I was just like, you know what? Robert's enlarged right now. He's okay. He's pretty beefy. He's big. I think if anyone can take on this wyvern without my help, it's him.
Robert's riding a newfound high.
He's just gonna ask Emily to do this all the time now.
Absolutely. Oh, wait, who do you want to pass to?
I'll pass to Nadar.
All right,
Only
you're
my
going to
turn.
go.
And I'm not poisoned because I got healed.
You are not
Good.
poisoned. I will say you are prone, but that just means you got to stand up.
Yeah, I'll do the half movement to stand up.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire, actually.
Oh, okay. Let me. Is that a saving throw, or does that just happen? I forget.
It is a saving throw.
It's a dexterity saving throw. It's gonna. I mean, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say it makes it a disadvantage, but it in fact does not.
All right. All attacks against it for the next, I believe, 10 minutes have advantage. Or no,
It's
up to
1
a minute.
1 minute.
And
yeah.
I'm thinking 10-foot radius.
And it's lit up too.
Yeah, and it's also glowing,
Let me
so
just.
it cannot hide. It can't hide in the dark.
How do I give you the glowing effect? we're gonna.
Give it a lamp.
I might be able to do that. Oh, I actually can. Let me, please. Okay, it hates me and it wants me dead.
I'm gonna get up here with Robert too, so in case it tries to get up and run.
Oh, there we go. Now it has the light.
I believe
Okay.
it's a 10-foot radius.
Jump in the.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's telling you to jump in its mouth, Baha.
I need you to know, plans are as plans do.
It's
And
too
then
big for its mouth.
That's
right
my
now.
action movement, and then I will pass to Non,
No.
who
Okay.
is somewhere fucked off in the.
Yeah. Non, you have a bit of a different story right now. You're with Hemlock. You immediately hear battle ensuing in the other room. Given your movement speed, it would literally take you. Let me see. 40, 60, and then. It would take you basically two entire rounds of combat to get there.
Okay.
If you
Even while dashing.
even while dashing.
Crazy.
Wait,
okay.
isn't not a rogue?
Yes, but not
Right.
high enough
Oh, yes,
level to
I am.
bonus action dash.
Oh, that's right.
Damn it.
I thought that was at 3rd level.
It's a 2nd level.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
they're,
Ranger rogue.
they're
No,
two.
no.
They're
I'm a
two.
first level
okay.
rogue.
However,
Sad.
make an investigation check.
Ooh, okay. Skills. Oh. There we
13. I think given what just happened. Oh, you know what? Actually, because he's not going to be doing anything this round. Roll with advantage. Hemlock's going to give you what's it called? The help action.
Help.
Oh, so I just roll investigation again?
Yeah, roll it again.
Okay.
I mean, that's better. Okay.
Slightly better.
You hold your torch up, and up at the ceiling, you're barely able to see it, that hole that the wyvern crawled through. You think you could potentially get through it.
Oh. Okay, we're gonna try something really cool.
And Hemlock will look at you and go, yeah?
Yeah. What if we just jump up there? It'll get us much faster.
Blinks.
You're doing a great job at playing Hemlock.
Hemlock's just thinking about chicken nuggets or something.
It'll be, it'll be cool. It'll be cool.
He goes, I mean, that's insane, but alright.
I mean, it's better than just running for like, for like a minute. So we can just jump up there, and then we can ambush him maybe.
Alright, I
I
guess.
think that'll be good. Yeah. To get up there.
Do you do anything special to do it, or do you want to just make an acrobatics check?
How high is it?
It is probably like 10 feet off the ground. But you're also,
Okay.
there are various like platforms and rubble that you could jump on.
Mm-hmm. Gonna do it like, gonna do a parkour, like, shoop, shoop, shoop,
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Alright. There you go. I have proficiency in this.
I would like to use
Famous
my
last
credit
words.
card. I believe it or not, I wanted you to be the 20, so this is perfect. You leap forward, jumping off of this onto this chair to the wall and up into the ceiling. I will say they used half of your movement and your action, so you can get to essentially like right here by the end of the round, and then next round you will be in the hole right above the wyvern. So I'll just drag you.
Great.
Let me.
Alright, now it's your turn.
You are going to be right here using up all of your movement by the end of next round. So you're not going to see anything
Alright.
until then, but it makes it easier. And Hemlock is going to look at all of the... Man, people are fighting. Hemlock is gonna look at all the gymnastics you did, and he's gonna say, "Yeah, dream small," and he's gonna turn into a monkey and just climb.
These people want me to jump in this thing's mouth so bad.
I know, it's really fun.
Man, let's just call ourselves the dentist at this point.
Yeah. And there you are. Both of you, at the end of your next turns, or not at the end, you'll still have your action, but all your movement will be spent at your next turn. Which actually, now that I think about it, Hemlock would have been the one to end the round. So, Hemlock is just going to pass to himself and get right here in the hole, and he is going to fall down. And just land because he is a monkey. And
I don't know what type of subclass of Dragonborn that is.
Monkeyborn.
Monkeyborn.
Okay, for everyone else, you do just see a monkey drop into the room.
A fucking monkey.
you do just see a monkey.
Are they
Anyway,
native here?
wyvern.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about the monkey right now.
And then Hemlock is going to unmonkify and is just going to turn right here. And
Oh, it's not a monkey.
I go, hey, what is
I'm
that?
sorry.
This is the wyvern. Help us kill it.
Monkey.
And then they're gonna pass to you, Non. So you are right now basically in the ceiling, in this little crevice, and you can see the wyvern down here. You can see giant Robert. I imagine about to jump into the mouth of the wyvern, and you also see the wyvern. What do you do?
Okay. I am not gonna drop down just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have enough with the crevice that I'm in? Do I have enough arm room to throw stuff from it?
Yeah, absolutely. This was made for a wyvern, so you're definitely got enough room.
I'm gonna hide a little bit, and I'm going to wait. Do I have to make a? Do I have to? Okay, the stealth first, or?
If you stealth, that's going to use your whole action. If you want the benefits of it. If you want to just flavor, say you hide, then that's fine, but won't have any benefits.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. The last dragon we fought. I'm just gonna straight up just shoot at it.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Big deal.
Make sure to use the infused repeating shot longbow.
Nah.
Enjoy your infinite ammo longbow.
Infinibow.
Oh, that was so close to being a nat 20. Let me roll to see.
Oh,
That is a
yeah.
hit. Go ahead and drag damage.
Okay.
Yeah. You cut... Oh, make sure to drag it. I'll do it this time. Make sure to drag it onto the token. So it'll do it automatically. That's fine. I did it right now.
Magical.
Oh, that's right. It evened it out because you gave it advantage and it's prone, so it's disadvantage on... I didn't even notice that. That's really cool. And yeah, did you have anything else you wanted to do for this turn?
I don't feel like jumping off. I'm pretty chill
That's
right
fair.
here.
Okay, yeah. You're just gonna hang out then.
Yeah, hang out.
I
Make
have just
sandwiches.
realized I've made a very foolish mistake. You should be adding more to your longbow shots.
Hey, we love extra damage.
You actually have a +9 to your shot
Oh.
because you are an archer.
Archer.
But yeah, at
And
the
for
end,
sure.
One longbow.
at the end of your turn, the wyvern is going to steal. the Wyvern, I'm gonna make it a 50-50 shot, whether it goes for Robert or Nadir. Odds is Robert.
Isn't it still incapacitated?
You are actually so fucking right. It's gonna make 2 wisdom saving throws. The first one with advantage.
It's still giggling. At least that's linked.
It needs to beat a 14. That is not. And then does it make a save
make
at
it
the
again
end of its turn?
at the end of its turn.
Okay. Okay. It is no longer incapacitated.
It
However,
is still prone.
It is still prone. That is true.
Which means me and Robert can still wail on it.
Yeah. So I'll leave that on there until its next.
Yeah,
turn.
it can't. Yeah,
I'm
it
waiting.
can't get up. So
I'm waiting.
little bitch.
And then it's gonna pass to one of you 3 randomly.
Robert.
That is
Robert.
Enly.
Not
And
me.
Lee.
Great.
And Lee.
And Lee. And Lee.
I'm so useful, you guys.
You have vicious mockery.
And to say I'm so
Oh,
useful,
Gonna fail
you
it
guys.
for go 3 for 3. Vicious mockery fail.
You know, this
Might
guy's
as
not
well try.
particularly wise. I might as well give it a go.
Go for it.
All right, Stinky,
guys
come
outside.
on.
Hey, it failed.
Yeah, yeah.
What insult do you
My
throw?
guy's mockery. Oh shoot.
First successful.
It's
vicious
real
mockery.
easy to make bad ones. Let's see if you can make a good one.
And Lee points and they go,
Hold on.
bitch!
Hold on. I have a table for this.
You have a table for this?
He wasn't ready
do.
to use it because he had failed so many times.
Okay. Enly points at it, very dramatic anime style, and just goes, for a creature of legend, you're surprisingly underwhelming.
Yeah, okay, drive the damage. I fucking love that.
Wow.
Wow! It's too dumb, but it still gets disadvantage on its next attack. Who would you like?
I'm gonna keep counting. This is a vicious mockery fail.
It
How
is.
dare
It
you.
absolutely is. Wait, the fail? No, it's not.
No, it's cheated. I did a whole damage.
You did a whole damage.
One whole damage. Anyway, me and Robert are gonna go back to wailing on the wyvern by ourselves.
No damage. All right.
Listen, you guys, I built Enly for a very specific purpose that none of you can know.
All right. Who'd you like to pass
This
to?
guy, the secret.
Or no,
Pass
you have
to
a bonus
Robert.
action.
I'll give Robert a bardic, and I'll pass to him.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
Here go, Robert.
Yeah, so how big is its mouth?
God.
I will
How big
say
is this thing?
with your
Armor
current size, not
'Cause I don't-
actually. Wait a
Because
minute.
I don't care, because I don't
They're about
care.
the
'cause I'm
same
gonna
size.
Stab it.
Well,
I'm just gonna stab it.
actually, I will add, you are not that size anymore because Tasha's hideous laughter is a concentration spell.
You fucked me.
You lose that extra 1d4 of damage as well.
My default. I'm out of spell slots.
Let me get your.
You have a bardic. Be grateful.
Yeah, there's
Great.
your enlarged is gone. However, the attack absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. That's not bad damage.
And that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna drain.
Okay.
Together, we did a whole 10 damage.
It takes 3 more damage. Unless said otherwise, I'm just going to assume you drain.
It's 3 more damage, not 2 more.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna make the con save. No one is gonna come to help this guy.
I want to know that if this thing escapes, that it will only have 1 HP ever.
Okay, so its max HP has been reduced by 3. I'll note that down somewhere.
Hell yeah, this will come up 30 sessions from now.
He's definitely not noting that down.
Oh my
No,
god.
I
the
noted it
wyvern
down in
is
a very special
more.
place that
It's
you'll never
markedly
find.
weaker.
If I open up my own notes,
He's missing
Open up your
a tail.
Alright.
What I missed?
So
What?
Baha, I imagine you passed to to the dog.
You motherfucker! He wrote it in my notes legitimately.
I did do that.
What?
Yeah, he passed to the door.
All right.
Oh
you're
boy.
going.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to punch this thing in the face.
Punch it right in the face. You have a bardic, remember?
Okay, you're Bardic. Yeah.
You don't even need it.
Oh.
You punch it. Make sure to drag the damage onto it.
Yeah, I forgot to do that. Here we go. D8 plus 4. Let's go.
That's good damage. You guys beat the shit out of this thing. It
Fuck a hammer. I got fists.
You pull back a fist and steam releases from your gauntlet, and as it launches forward, you deck it right in the fucking face. And it hurts. Do you have a bonus action?
I don't. All my spells are actions.
That's all right. At the top of the new round, it's going to steal. It has 2 attacks. The first one will be made at disadvantage. I'm gonna make it roll at random to see if it goes for what's it called, Robert or Nadar. I also almost forgot. I need to get rid of the pro because it absolutely gets up. And it is Fairy Fire a concentration spell?
Yes.
It is.
Or-
Good to know.
No, I don't think
It
so.
is.
Is it?
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Odds, Robert. Even that's odds, Robert. First attack is at disadvantage. On you. Gonna bite. Wow, that's really good.
What the fuck?
Rest in peace, Robert. He would have
Damn.
sold like burrito to that
Mhm.
wyvern.
And
I'm
then
like half health.
yeah, and then it is going to. This attack is actually far less. What's it called? Stressful for you, but it does do some piercing damage. That's a crit.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Oh no. Okay. How much HP do you have?
I have 19 HP left.
This is gonna do 4d6 damage.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
You can live this.
You can totally
All
live.
once,
So-
all one, all once, all once.
Oh.
That's not.
Oh.
You are barely alive. How much HP do you have?
I have 2 left.
You have 2, and your AC is down again. However, you have been attacked. You feel as poison is just plunged directly into your body, and then it just kind of dribbles out on the ground.
Ooh, that's your feet.
And it looks
Robert
confused.
himself?
It does kind of look like it. But Robert, you can still...
Nadar, the only one that knows the truth.
Emily judges heavily.
I'm stealing.
Go for it.
The only. You know what? We going down like heroes.
In the club, we all fam.
I'm stabbing it.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
You motherfucker.
Ooh, let me pop. There it is.
Sorry.
Nope, you're okay.
And then I'm draining essence.
All right.
Another 3.
Another 3. Oh, for the people in the back, those that didn't hear. Just gonna make a con
Burp, we
save.
all fam.
In the
Okay.
club, we all fam.
All right. Who would you like to pass to?
This
would you like
is this is
Or would you like
This
to make
is
a martial
how-
check?
yeah. I'm gonna make a martial check. And I want to know if this thing can even like be scared away out of this fight.
Go for it.
What would that be? Wisdom.
That'd be insight, actually.
All right. I ain't no shit.
5. I'm trying to decide. I actually do think that a 5 might still beat it. It has a charisma of 6. So it's not super good at hiding its movements. You can use your bardic if you want.
Oh, no.
Okay. You
You're
weren't
gonna
able to
stay
glean
stupid.
whether or not this guy could be scared away. I will say, so far, it seems pretty undeterred, and you guys have beat it up pretty, like, a whole fucking lot.
just as a free action before I pass, Robert's gonna quickly reach down to the poison from his boot, and he's gonna like put it down in like the war marks on the face part of his helmet.
Okay. Yeah, there's just poison on your helmet now. It looks kind of cool, though.
Poisoned headbutt. I should have done that from the start.
Enley still thinks that Robert pissed himself and then just put it on his face.
Who'd
I'm
you
gonna
pass
pass.
to, Robert?
I'm gonna pass to. Actually, I'm gonna pass to None.
No, already.
Okay.
None. Since you're up here, did you have anything you wanted to do specifically, or were you just gonna hit it again?
Kind
Hit.
of wanna
Hit
think,
it, tail it, dies.
do I remember anything? Because I know when we entered the cave, it was like, you know, I could tell the tracks of a wyvern by and so on. But like, is there anything I could remember about a wyvern that could be useful or so? Try to like jog my memory a little bit.
Go ahead and roll a... It'll be an advantage. I'm looking at character sheet. Survival. Survival or nature? No, nature. Nature would make more sense. Roll nature with advantage. Because you are a ranger, so you would know these things. That's a nat 20. Okay.
Ooh.
You
Okay.
are looking at the wyvern, and immediately the first thing that comes to your mind is that wyverns are rough. They do not, you know, they do not cover their tracks. They tend to be very, very haphazard with the way that they go about things. And with a nat 20, you look up and see that the cave that you're in, while it has been dug partially by this wyvern, has been very poorly dug, and therefore has very low structural integrity. And you can see right across from you at the other side of the entrance slash exit to this tunnel is a lot of loose rock and cracking. And you think you could make those rocks fall, given enough effort.
Ooh. I will do that. Exactly, actually. I will attempt that.
Did you want to do that right now? Or did you want to hold your action? Because right now, like, the rocks are right here. You think it might be able to do, at most, this to do a little bit of damage, but it's not currently underneath it.
Okay, I will hold my action and I will wait until it is in the correct spot.
Awesome. Do you communicate that with anybody else?
Yes. Just say like, hey guys, I know you're kind of fighting. I really need you guys to bring it to the middle of the room, though.
Nadar just standing there with his hands up in front of his face. To the middle, you say, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit back. Thank you.
Alrighty. Who would you like to pass to? I'll say your action is held. The second it crosses the threshold, you'll shoot off an arrow to try and break it. Or do something. I don't know if you're going to shoot off an arrow, but... You know.
Who's currently available?
Everyone except for Robert.
Which is really unfortunate for what I want to do.
I want to... I'm gonna do Hemlock. Go ahead.
Give me 1 second. I have actually discovered something. I've made a fatal lapse in judgment. Thunder Gauntlets. A creature hit by the gauntlet has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of your next turn. It attacked Robert twice and hit twice. The first attack hit, however, the crit would have been at disadvantage.
Indeed.
So I'm going to make that attack right now.
I forgot about that too.
That is still a hit, but it wasn't a crit, so I'm going to reroll the damage in here. That is 15. What was it before?
It was like 17.
It was 17. Okay, you get
It does
2 health
2
back.
less damage.
Give me my health back.
You get 2 health back. I will remember that. I should have thought about
Yeah, I forgot about it too.
Yeah, I was just looking at them because I was like, I wonder if these things have a thing to punch back. And nope, they're just fucking really cool. But yeah.
Yeah, like it pulses in their it gives a distracting pulse if they ever attack somebody else besides me.
Absolutely. And then Hemlock, since you passed Hemlock, what's Hemlock gonna do?
And Hemlock move them to the center.
Highest spell slot.
Level 2, you know. But I'm curious which of these they would choose, actually. They don't seem like someone to cast Aid.
We've been given a plan, however. So is there any way they could focus on that plan?
That's what I'm... You know what? There is. Hemlock is going to run right about here. They're going to use movement to avoid. And they're going to say, get out of the way, to both of you two.
Oh, I don't think Robert can move right now.
Well, when you can, get out of the way.
And Robert's just gonna turn around and go, do it!
Okay, so they're going to wait for you to move, Nadar, but they're not going to wait for Robert.
It's okay. Put Robert out of his misery. He already pissed himself.
Actually, do it.
Do it? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Do it.
If you say do it, they will raise their hands in front of them, and then they will clap them together, and a wave of thunder will shoot outwards, and they're going to cast Thunder Wave.
I'm going to cast Absorb Elements as my reaction.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
And I... oh, it's not gonna do any damage to him at all, never mind.
Well-
it's gonna hit.
I have resistance.
Oh,
Okay.
that is a
I know.
19, I believe, for the Wyvern. Yes. All of you succeed. However, Robert, you're still gonna take half damage, I think. Oh wait, am I
Thunder
wrong?
Wave?
Let me
Yeah.
make sure.
Minimum
Yeah, half as much.
damage. Minimum damage.
More than
Fuck.
the minimum.
Robert's down.
Robert is down. The Wyvern is not pushed back, and they kind of just like they shrug, like I tried. And Robert, you fall prone. What does it look like when you go unconscious? I think this is the first time this has happened.
Robert, not even thinking that this would have done anything, gets hit in the back by the thunder, right? And it is at this moment that he crumples to the ground. But normally, what you would see from, a corpse like the body laying, you don't actually see from Robert as the armor completely clatters down onto the ground.
Damn, he Lego dies?
He Lego dies.
He Lego dies.
Yeah, he Lego dies.
Well, Nadar, would you like to steal? I guess you can steal in this case.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I could also Thunder Wave, but I don't want to give Robert death fails.
Nah, do it.
No, you should do it. I'm gonna bring him up next round.
Rob, okay.
You can't
That
do
is-
double the amount of damage.
That is actually 2, because Robert would make 2 death saving throws, but then if you immediately pass to Enley, they would be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well.
So, Absorb Elements only affects melee damage. It's only for my next turn, but that's not what we're going for right now. So I'm going to center myself against this thing
Okay.
to the best of my ability. And yeah, I'm also going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, it's gonna make a con saving throw. That is a failure.
There we
Go ahead and
go.
drag the damage
moves.
onto it.
Moves 10 feet backwards and takes some damage.
Takes
Not
a
a lot
little
of
bit
damage.
of thunder damage as it is launched backwards, and right when it gets about here, Non, make an attack roll with your longbow. Oh, Sephi's dead. We've killed Sephi.
I forgot I was muted.
That is a
What?
17. You
It worked?
fire a shot, and it goes through one of the cracks in the stone expertly, striking one of the stones right above where the wyvern is, and the wall begins to give way. I will say with a 17, it's going to do a lot. Non, make a dexterity saving throw.
Hmm.
You're really good at these.
Yeah.
My meat
Yep.
beating up on Hemlock too. Oh, that's fine. They saved.
What? Oh no, you'll be fine.
Because they're They're within 15 feet. Like, did they save? Yes.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're so right. Non, you are able to push yourself backwards a little bit. You're going to take a little bit of bludgeoning damage as some rocks fall on you. But you're able to push yourself back into the tunnel so that you aren't extremely hurt.
Yeah.
The wyvern, however, is in direct line of fire. It's going to make a dex save, but no matter what, it's taking a lot of damage. A 19. Okay,
Oh,
it is still taking quite a lot of damage. I'm going to... What would I say for this? How many rocks? Chat, how many rocks? I just said chat. I wasn't even referring to that.
20 billion.
20 billion.
20 billion.
20 billion.
It kills all of us. We're trapped in here forever.
Rock small
what?
party dies.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll say because he succeeded, it'll be at half damage.
Ooh, that's a lot of
44,
ones.
22.
22.
It takes 22 bludgeoning damage as it is crushed under the weight of the rocks. It's not looking so good now. However, even though it succeeded its dex save, it only gets to about here, I would say, and it clips its leg and it is now prone again.
Stupid.
Shut up, you're dead.
There it is.
Stupid. By the way, with that Thunderwave, do I fail death saves there, or...?
You do, but don't worry about it. You're about to get brought up, like, right now.
I wouldn't
And then I pass to Enley, because he's the only one left.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a whopping first level healing word.
Go and just drag it onto him.
need...
There you are. What does it look like as Robert reconstitutes?
Robert literally, like, in the same way that he deflated, just inflates back up.
So he reverse Lego dies. He gets reassembled very quickly.
Yeah, it's a very
The Lego building sound from the video games.
Yeah, you guys look at Robert, all you hear is...
And then
I love that.
and then the chime whenever you finish a build.
I love it here.
And that was just your bonus action. Do you have anything else you wanted to do?
I guess I'll vicious mockery.
Okay. Let's have him make a wisdom saving throw.
That's about all I can do.
I'm gonna run up and beat the fuck out of Robert again.
Might go for this motherfucker.
Oh shit.
That's good. All right. Roll damage.
Hey. Okay.
Hey, what do you say to it?
Fuck you.
We can't do that bit more than one time.
He'll say, "Fuck you."
It has,
Literally.
Okay. It is underneath the stone. It's going to steal at the top of this round, and it is going to try and pry itself free. I'm going to say that this is its action, and it's going to do so. I'll treat it as disadvantage with the vicious mockery. I'll say it needs to beat the roll that you made to hit it, so 17. That is a +4. That's a nat 1. It does not. It is not able to move from the spot as it tries to pry itself out from beneath the rubble. It warbles and whines a little bit and snaps out at Robert. But Robert, I think you are literally just out, like literally centimeters away. So
It
you
snaps out of
Something really fucked up.
I like the idea that like what happens there is like it launches at Robert to very quickly snap at his arm, and Robert just disconnects his arm next to Nadara, and it quickly reconnects it back.
I love that.
I was gonna jokingly say he's the wyvern's the spawn camping Robert.
If it was about one tile closer, it would have.
And I will pass at random. That is Enley again. The dice love you.
Great.
Another mockery.
I mean, listen, here's the thing.
Mock
I
him.
have one spell slot left.
Oh yeah.
Do a cantrip.
could-
I don't know.
I mean, I could do another hideous laughter, but I'd rather save it for a healing word later.
I think that's
Boy,
smart.
that
I guess-
cantrip.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna vicious mockery again.
Absolutely. Go for it. It's another failure. Drag that damage.
Excellent.
And who do you pass
Dragon
to?
damage.
Come on.
Looks like Robert wants to go.
Yeah, I
This man
guess
is-
Robert really wants to
This
go.
man is still prone on the ground.
Okay.
Robert, get out of the piss! And I give him, and I give Non a bardic inspiration.
I'll be
Lovely.
sorry,
That might
none
be
of
my
us
last
need.
one.
That's at least 3. I don't know if you've used any before that.
I think I used one last session.
So yeah, that should be all of them because I think you only have a.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all.
I have 4.
All right, Robert. I believe that's your go.
Robert is going to like roll forward using the half movement to stand up, rushing back into the fray. You found me! You found me! And he's sorry.
You okay?
And he's legitimately just gonna like leap up and stab it.
Go. Yep. Make an attack roll.
And I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration.
Absolutely. I think it's a D6, right?
It's a D6. Gotcha. How do I just roll it in the side?
Yeah. Roll inside chat. That is a hit.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Ooh, boy.
Minimum damage.
Big numbers. Big numbers. No whammies.
And then I'm legitimately just gonna like. I imagine like the sword sort of like almost ricochets off the scales to like do the like minimum damage there, and so Robert's going to like slide forward and slap his hand on it and drain mortal essence.
All right. Now, hold on. I might have to add something to my notes.
If I look in my notes,
Nope. Nothing yet. Who'd you like to pass
You
to,
know,
Robert?
who do I have? Anyone?
Everyone except for Emily.
None.
All right, Nan. You. Oh, I almost forgot. Nan.
Yeah.
You take 12 bludgeoning damage from the rock.
Okay.
I'll add that for you.
What,
sad.
Dwayne Johnson?
He is in
Here?
fact he's
Johnson's
here.
up there.
You kind of rub your head. The rock's falling, and you peer over. It's a little bit harder to see now, but there's because there's rubble in your way. But you can see the wyvern from here.
I have one question for you. Can you smell? Can you smell what the rock's cooking?
Oh my god.
Faintly in the distance, you just hear an echoing, "You're welcome."
Let me talk to you.
What would you like to do, Nan?
Okay. This, he's still kind of that way. We're still kind of like prone, right?
Oh, very. Yeah.
Yeah. So I if I have enough armor
What?
through all the rubble,
Mhm.
I'm going to attempt to attack from here. I don't think I'm. Yeah, I'll just attack from here.
Absolutely. I forgot. He's not prone. He's restrained. That makes much more sense.
Do I roll with advantage?
It should automatically do it. Oh, it didn't. Well, do it again.
Oh.
You didn't. They didn't
Okay.
drop it on him. That's why.
Oh yeah, you have to
Oh.
drag it onto the wyvern.
Oh. Like this?
Yes.
Oh, that would
Roll
be
Oh, that's so.
advantage.
Let's do it one more time. Just drag one dice onto the wyvern.
okay.
There you go. That's
There we
absolutely
go.
a hit. And then drag the damage onto him.
All right. And what? Oh,
Just
what,
moving to see its health bar. Okay,
I
cool.
keep. Okay, there we go. Hold on, I got it now. I'm great. There we go.
All good. Yeah, that is another hit. He's not looking very good. He's very bloodied, wounded. There's many gray splotches of skin where his essence hath been drained. He's on the brink. Who'd you like to pass to, Nog?
Nadar or Hemlock. Those are your choices.
Nadar.
All right. We close in distance. We punch in this wyvern in the face again.
Punch it. That's a crit.
Yeah! Let's go, baby!
Drag damage.
There you go. Finally. Ah.
All right, let me see. Okay. It's not looking great. I imagine you'd like to pass to Hemlock.
Yes.
Okay. Hemlock is going to hold a hand out, and a blade of pure flame appears in his hands. And he says, "Bet you didn't think I was cool." And then he's going to rush forward, and then is going to make an attack with his flame blade.
When he says that, Robert's gonna say, "Still don't."
Still don't.
He's gonna take it, like, literally the sword's about to connect with the wyvern, he looks at you, and he goes, "Okay." And then he's gonna make the attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, this shit does a lot of damage.
Damn.
God damn.
That's enough!
That's a lot of damage.
I think it had literally 12 HP left.
If it had survived, it would have had disadvantage on everybody but me anyway.
Yeah. Everybody gangs up together, rubble falls from the ceiling, Enly hurls insults at the wyvern while giving everyone the means to succeed, and all of you rush in to finish off the wyvern, basically beating it to death while it is trapped under the rubble. And as the dust from the rubble clears, it is dead, laying on the ground. And you are out of combat.
I seriously considered casting Thorn Whip on it and dragging it 10 feet towards me.
I'm going to attempt to get down the roof.
Absolutely,
Not
make a
roof,
quick
ceiling.
acrobatics check for me.
Okay.
So, Dust, is it dead or dying?
It's dead.
Okay.
It got burned and what's it called? Burned, punched, and slashed. It's not doing great. You take 5 bludgeoning damage, Seti, from the fall.
I don't like this
Okay.
music, Dust.
I need to change it.
Dust,
Oh, thank God!
Dust, you were scaring the fuck out of me there.
Non just
It's a
non
second.
like get off, get down
This
from
one's
the
good.
ceiling, but kind of like nearly does it, but kind of just flops down.
Damn, this is
No.
really intense. Hold on. Absolutely.
Enley's just gonna real quick use his last spell slot and healing word Robert again.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm also going to use some of the last of my lay on hands to. I have like 15 left.
Yeah. Heal yourself up. And all of you are here. I'm going to change the music right now, meaning I have to go to a different playlist. So give me un momento. But talk amongst yourselves.
Emily just goes, "Alright, if you guys are gonna eat it, at least fucking, brush the rubble off first."
What makes
Non,
you
do you
say-
think this thing's edible?
Gotta check over it.
Dust?
Huh?
Nadar holding his dagger in his hand, like, held up to the wyvern. Do you think we can eat it?
So, no, I'm saying Dust because they're.
This music is awful.
There you are. Side chat, new music.
You hate us, Dust. Holy shit.
There's a
Gonna wipe
second
off-
wyvern in the tunnels.
It fucking
I'm
comes
going
at you.
to, wipe off the rubble as much as I can and
Yeah.
the dust.
Can we eat it?
From the 20, can I tell from the 20, or do I have to re-roll to see if it's actually edible?
Make me another nature check, but with advantage.
Okay.
17. Oh, no, wait. You combine the
Oh.
dice. In the bottom left, there's the ADV button. Hit that, and then roll your nature check.
There we go.
18. It's even better than the last one. You think that for the most part, a wyvern is edible. You would need to make sure to cut out the poison sac, which is located near the base of its tail. Otherwise, you will get poisoned and die.
Alright,
You can also extract it to get wyvern poison, which is pretty good.
Really good. That's a really good poison, yeah.
I'm gonna quickly, I can do that. Just need to take out, the sack first. Gonna go to the sack, get my knife out, slowly and carefully open up the tail and just, in a very, nearly surgical manner, I think.
Really
I'm doing my attempt.
I'm
try
gonna.
not to spoil the meat. Just try my best to take out the sack. Okay.
I'm gonna help Non with that by picking scales away so that they can get closer at it. Start grabbing teeth out of its mouth, so they can just have the most room they can get.
So Non, make a sleight of hand check with advantage because you're getting hurt.
All
right. Do you want to add your bardic? It's a d6.
My bardic? Oh yeah, sure. What's my bardic?
This is worth it.
If he's asking, you definitely should.
It's just a d6.
Yeah, just roll a.
On the bottom, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
that's nice. Yeah.
So with a all you needed a 10 to just get the sack out, but with a 20, I am now going to add a vial of wyvern poison to your item list. So basically, at any point, you can use this on your weapon, and the next damage you do will also make them do a Constitution saving throw. And take 7d6 poison damage if they fail.
Wyvern poison is one of the best, but isn't wyvern poison also generally used for rituals and stuff too?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I'll have to look into that.
All right, and then now we can take out the meat from the wyvern.
How many scales and teeth do I get out of it, Dust?
That's an interesting question. Can I ask the purpose, if this is mechanical or if this is just a flavor thing?
I don't know. Maybe we can use it later. I don't know.
He's a hoarder. Confirmed.
These scales would probably not be suitable for any kind of scale mail. But if you wanted to grab them to sell them, you can. I'll say just roll a d12. Six, yeah. You get 6 of each. 6 teeth, and I feel like 6 scales isn't very little. 12 scales.
Gotcha. Where's my inventory?
Oh, sorry. I need to erase something from my notes. Oh, look at that. I have a magic eraser. I had already erased it for me. I love that.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow, that's great. Emily's gonna turn to Robert and just go, so you pissed yourself and then collapsed. You want to talk about that?
I'm gonna rub some poison on Enley.
Where?
Where do you rub it?
Just on the cloak. I don't want him to take damage.
You rub it on the cloak.
Nothing happens.
Well then,
and then very quickly, so Robert's just gonna turn away and start walking over here.
And Emily's like, "Ugh, you just rubbed your piss on me."
My piss isn't purple, Enley.
Oh, it's purple? Oh.
I also don't piss.
Why don't you piss?
Don't need to. Don't want to.
Okay.
Is this locked, Dust?
Yes. We'll get to that in a moment. What is everybody else doing?
Helping cut up the wyvern.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. You two spend your time for the next couple of minutes. Then you will sort of cut up the skin, cut up, debone the parts that you need to and the parts that you don't. and get yourself some lovely wyvern meat that you can stash away and use later. I'm not gonna
Guys,
make you
wyvern
roll.
jerky.
Troll Carl comes in. What the fuck are y'all doing?
What the
Guys,
what?
wyvern jerky.
What the fuck? That was my dog.
It's your fucking
Get
dog,
your dog,
bitch.
bitch.
It don't
don't
bite.
bite.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
do.
does.
Yes, he
Robert.
fucking did.
Robert dying on the floor. Yes, it do.
But yeah, you guys have plenty of meat. Hemlock is just gonna be like, Hemlock is just gonna stand there staring like freak.
I hand Hemlock a piece of raw wyvern.
He eats it. Like
Anyway.
you turn around to get more meat, and you turn around and he's no longer holding it, and there's like little meat crumbs on the side of his mouth.
I like to imagine I've been making a pile of meat next to me as I've been slicing, and every once in a while, just one piece disappears.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But yes, the gate. You walk up, Robert, and you sort of grab at the bars of it a little bit, peering inside, and there appears. Don't let the color fool you. There appears to be a spherical yellow gem sitting at the on a pedestal with a statue surrounding it. You can see the room is overtaken with vines and various other greenery, but the gem is actually glowing a little bit.
And I've got a question.
Yeah.
So are these are open bars that like we can see through it and everything?
Yeah.
And on the other side of this, is it something you like have to unlock from the other side, or is it just like barred shut permanently?
Roll an investigation check.
Absolutely.
Translation: is there a lock on this bitch?
Yeah.
Get your fucking lock, bitch.
It don't lock. Yes, it do.
17. Looking at it there, you can see at like the very center of the gate, there is what you think at one point was a lock, but is completely rusted over, and is most likely unusable.
So Robert's gonna look behind him at the crowd. He's gonna be like, I don't want any questions because I'm tired and I don't want to answer them. And Dust, Robert's going to like detach his shoulder plate, detach his arm. I'm going to stick it to the other side, and then start like the Thing from the Addams Family crawling my arm towards the gym.
Okay, I think that's just genuinely amazing, and I don't think I can make you roll for this.
Thank you.
My only question for you is, how does the hand get back with a gem in it?
So kind of like almost like how you would with like a fulcrum. So like he puts it down on the ground, moves a little bit, reaches, grabs, uses the shoulder to like move it over, sets it down, walks forward a little bit more.
Throw it back to Robert.
And then Nadar's just standing at the gate, thorn whip wrapped around his gauntlet. Like, do you want me to just get it?
Nope.
Yeah.
I've already dedicated myself to this, and at this point, I forgot you had that.
Yeah, and he's just like looking at the bars, thinking about like compressing all of like a hamster just to squeeze through.
It probably takes like maybe like 20-25 seconds.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think in comparison to the, like, in general, it doesn't take very long. In comparison to the other ways you could have gone about this, I think it is comically a little bit lengthy. But you are able to very easily...
Aid intelligence.
Oh,
Aid
yeah.
Intelligence.
Absolutely. You were able to very easily bring it back, and once it enters, it feels strange in your hands. It feels heavier than it looks, but not too heavy, if that makes sense. Like, you would think if something was heavier than it looks, then it would be a lot heavier, but it's just like a little bit. Like, something's off about its weight.
What was our mission with this again? Can you remind me?
Get it?
Yeah, get it.
Can I do like an insight on this thing?
I'm gonna roll a d20 to make a decision.
Roll in, I wouldn't say roll insight. Roll a investigation or perception.
I'll do perception.
Robert, can I
Okay.
see that gem, please?
With a 20, Enley, you're looking at it. Is there
Enley
anything? Do
just
you have any
points it.
questions about it?
Emily just takes it from Robert, completely
I-
ignoring Nadar. and
I
Robert.
punch.
Can I have the gem, please?
Don't fight over the gem, God damn it!
Yeah,
If we're gonna
Emily
start
just
punching,
like,
I'm going to win.
Hold up the
Emily
thunder
just
clouds.
grabs it and takes a step back, and just starts like looking at it. I guess, like just checking to see if it resembles any gems that he might know of,
Okay.
or if it looks like flawed or cracked or altered.
With
Sorry, never mind. No, you're gonna get them to roll something or say something to them. I'll ask after.
with a 20, you can tell that this is a kind of topaz. It is a very bizarre cut because it is almost perfectly spherical, but perfectly in the sense of the general shape. It's actually very like jagged, and it's kind of like a low poly texture is like the easiest way to put it. But it seems very like spherical, maybe a little bit ovular. Yeah, it just seems like a very bizarre cut of topaz. Though with the 20, I think you notice that although there's glowing coming from it, you don't actually detect any magic.
Is this similar to
Well, Dust, way to
The
ruin the
room that
plan
we were
I
in
had. I don't
before?
fucking want the gem anymore.
So
Hold on,
So I
Non.
was gonna cast
what was that?
Identify.
What was that, Non?
does can I find any like similarity or connections to that temple room that Hemlock and Nam were in before?
Absolutely. Did you bring the book with you?
I did. I have it I have it with me.
Yeah. You can actually pull out the book that was designated to take care of the gem.
Yeah.
And as described
Right.
earlier, there's a bunch of... It's very weirdly described, and it seems very, like, almost... What's the word? They're almost obsessive or really bizarre, neurotic about, like, the ways that they are instructing people to take care of the gem. That involves, like, the area around it being kept at a specific temperature, making sure the gem is comfortable, making sure that, you know, there is always someone present next to the gem at all times. Some people are even assigned to sleep there next to it. It's very bizarre when you're reading it.
Is Non communicating this to the group at all?
Yeah, she's gonna mention like, hey, there's these you know, it reminds me of the book Hemlock and I found when we were in that other room over there. It has some weird instructions. She's gonna read them all out, like to point them out.
It almost sounds like they're taking care of an egg.
Yeah, it's like
So-
a baby or an egg or a person.
So Robert's not really focusing on Non's words because Dust.
Mhm.
The arcane essence I detected earlier when we were coming in here, is it coming off of that or is it coming off of something else?
Did you blah, blah, blah. It is coming
Last session.
It is coming off of that. The reason you didn't pick it up, Enley, is because it seems very deeply integrated with it. What I think the way I described it, Robert, is that the magic is weird, in that it seems natural, not in the sense of like, oh, it's naturally occurring. In like the way that a tree is nature, this is nature.
Okay, can I don't even know what I would roll for this because this is such a weird question. I don't even know if Robert would think it so much as I would think it.
Mhm.
Is this thing alive? Can I do like a martial check on the gem?
What?
I can
would
feel the
you
air
roll?
quotes.
No, that's a really good question, and another really difficult one to grasp. I feel like nature.
Okay. It all rides on this, little buddy. Come on, Dax. It all rides on this. Fuck.
And it's very hard for you to tell, and you know that you have a way to check via your mortal essence thing, but I think there's like an intrinsic worry that if you are correct, you will just be killing this thing.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do here then. Robert's just gonna hold out his hand, asking Enlil if he can have it. No, Enlil, just for a moment.
Is Atlas dead?
Atlas, are you
Oh,
dead?
sorry. I flipped my mic up. He just goes, "Are you gonna crush it?"
No.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
What I think is the right thing here.
Which is...
I don't entirely know, and I don't think it will work, but it won't lead to the harm of this stone that we are supposed to grab. So it's not really something you need to worry about. It's not a kobold walking in the wind.
Oh, kobold.
This isn't the same situation.
I think in like a little bit of a gesture of trust, Enlil's gonna pass it over.
Robert is going to take the stone.
Mhm.
He's gonna have one hand underneath it. He's gonna put another hand on top of it, and Robert's going to pray to the mother
Okay.
to see if he can get a question answered. And the question that is tinging the back of his mind is this one of your children?
Okay. Normally I would say to make a religion check. I'm gonna say that this is akin to beseeching the gods. So roll a D100. You want above a 40. Whoa, no, that's 2d10.
That's 2d10.
That's 2d10.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
93.
It's at the very end. It's the one next to the D4. A 43.
Hey!
That is
above
higher
40.
than a 40. You clasp your hands over it, and you can't really close your eyes, but you kind of bow your head, and like the shadows beneath your visor darken to simulate closing your eyes to the audience. And
Of course.
For the audience that's watching.
Yeah, to this very visual medium. And you sorry. You ask the question, is this one of your children? And you get a short and simple response, yes.
It's alive. This
An
is,
egg, then.
I believe, that is exactly. The mother confirmed it. This is one of theirs.
Hmm.
Robert has some very deep thoughts going through his head this entire time, much deeper than I think anyone would expect from this dumb boy. As one thought in particular turns into a very hushed whisper that maybe Enlil or Nan could hear, just with how close they are. Which is simply, maybe if one is raised right. I can't whisper and make it come through my mic,
Yeah.
But yeah, his head's sort of like, maybe if one is raised right. And he says that, and without saying anything to the rest of the party, Robert's going to start walking out.
Oh,
Oh, what the hell? says Hemlock.
Enley's following.
I still haven't had a chance to hold it.
Yeah, I want to hold the damn rock.
Egg.
It's
not
an egg?
it's
Oh,
not
damn.
a rock. You definitely... Actually, Hemlock, you definitely can't hold it.
Why can't I hold the rock?
Because you'll fucking eat it.
I won't
And
eat it.
Robert's being as like careful as he can, and he remembers how tight the pass was there, so he's going a long way now.
Robert.
I can get
Real-
it through with me.
Wait,
Safely.
oh no, this is a dead
Uh,
end.
Wait,
Y'all are
real
dumb.
quick,
This way.
We need to keep it warm. If it, 'cause
Yes,
it's going to
let
be
me wrap
cold
it in my
outside.
cloak.
So
I don't have my torch anymore.
so
Fuck.
very Dust. I still have the torch, right?
Yeah, still on you.
Yeah, put it
So-
on the porch.
So no, he's not gonna put it on the torch, but he's gonna sort of like take rope from his like thing, and he's gonna sort of hold, wrap the torch basically to his hand, and then wrap another rope to wrap the egg close to his hand, and he's sort of just keeping them like a safe distance from each other as he's walking. This is the Robert maneuver of intelligence.
Where the fuck are you going? The entrance is the other way.
You put a baby carrier on it?
Yeah, he's wrapped it to his chest, torch on one side, egg on the
Yo,
other side.
Robert the dad, unexpected twist of Mother Slumber.
You're about to make this father slumber.
Robert's like taking Robert's like taking his blanket and he's making a fucking like baby shawl around like his chest to hold the thing. This is penguin dad move right here, y'all.
I think Enley sees how careful Robert's being with it, and just kind of nods and says, like, I appreciate that you're going to keep it safe, but you do tend to become somewhat of a target in combat and rush into things. So if things look like they're getting choppy, you should probably hand it off.
I will if things are getting rough.
Yes, but I think for now, with
I can handle fighting
the
if Robert
torch.
needs to carry the egg.
yes, you saw the wyvern went right for him. He tends to become a target. Is all I'm saying.
You
Well, he was also like he was also the same size as the wyvern. So
Well, if I could offer, I normally stay in the back, so I think, if only if it's okay with you, I could hold on to the egg.
when we start doing legitimate traveling, I might hand it off to you, Non. We can put it in your pack with a blanket
Mm-hmm.
to keep it warm.
Enley
But-
nods, very satisfied.
But I don't sleep, so when it comes to camp, I'll keep it and make sure I tend to a fire so that it can stay warm.
Alright. Sounds like a good plan.
Alright.
Enley adds, when I have a bit more energy, if it needs additional warmth while we walk, I can always heat up a piece of metal to put near it.
I can also give it a sort of more of a holy warmth.
And you, like, based off of the instructions, Sethi, you think that this thing not only is capable of enduring, but prefers very extreme heat. So, like,
Yeah.
fire damage to this thing essentially heals it in its current state.
Put it in a metal box, and I'll just cast
Put
it.
it in a metal box.
we'll set it in the campfire.
Guys, we are both completely stupid. I put it in my hand and we cast heat.
No, you take your helmet off.
I cast heat metal, and I
Your
kill
helmet off, hold
Robert.
your helmet in your hand and walk around like that.
You guys are in trouble.
But yeah, we I guess the party's sort of leaving this cave
Yeah.
area. We only have so much map dust.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I was just letting you guys finish up talking.
We've run out of Rome room.
You guys make your way out, and as the snow, it's still it's getting a little dark out, but it's not snowing at the moment. I'll bring you guys back out to Snowy Path 3.
Well,
With the dead bodies still out here.
There's a couple.
Oh, lovely.
Let me
you
actually
can place this on it so we can.
I'm gonna activate. One moment. I need to activate Dusk.
Activate Dusk.
Dusk.
He has to activate himself.
Dusk, activating Dusk.
Let me
The
delete the wyvern.
alter ego of Dust. Dusk.
You guys have your torches. I imagine you put the torches out.
I don't.
Yeah.
Not when I have
mean-
the egg.
Very true.
We're about to be traveling in the nighttime. I think Emily would keep his lit.
Okay, I think that's fair.
I mean, we're probably not going very far. Hey, look, there's our buddy Troll Carl. We could have used him inside.
You all walk out as Troll Carl is sort of. You see, he's actually more likely up here. Can you guys see him? You can. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of like surveying the valley, making sure no one comes close. And he turns around and looks at all of you, exit, and he goes, "Oh, absolutely wonderful. Good to see you all in good shape. Oh, and it seems like you found it. Wonderful. Well, that should be good for now. Any complications in there? Some of you seem a little beat up. You look like you got crushed by rocks."
There was a wyvern in the cave, as we predicted.
Yeah. Thanks so
Robert-
much for
Robert,
your help.
where are you
again.
going?
Where are you going, Robert?
He kind of, Trokar kind of folds his arms at the comment, Henley, and he goes, "Oh no, I mean, that's perfectly fine. If you wanted, I could have gone in there. There would have been, let's see, a red dragon and a blue dragon feuding above us, if that were the case. So if you wanted to come out to see that, I suppose that would have gone well. It would have just destroyed the whole valley."
Yeah, that would not be fair. We should head on forward to
Robert's
travel. I don't
just
think we should
wandering
come
off. We should
alone.
probably.
Robert, where are you going?
Robert!
Robert turns to Troll Carl.
We should probably rest for the night.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to go set up a camp.
Why not set one up here? There's a perfect plateau over there.
I'm over here. You're over there. Where do you think I'm going?
Fine. He snaps his fingers and teleports over to the rock.
Oh my goodness.
Emily
The
does
dart
something that
just-
no one has seen him do before, which is just straight up fly.
And Hemlock's gonna go.
Sorry,
"Ah,
Dark,
God,
the dark
fuck,
doesn't
man."
see.
I love how Hemlock is standing there like the stiff standing like freaks.
Nadar doesn't see Enly fly past, but he sees Enly beat him here, and he's like, "What the? How the fuck did you get here?"
Robert's gonna like start getting
Okay.
like stones like in a circle, and he's gonna start getting some kindling and stuff like that. He's gonna look at Hemlock and he's gonna go, "Can we get a bonfire?"
Don't
Use
need
your
Hemlock to
torch.
cast a fucking spell, and Nadar.
Nah,
just
but
pulls out
I will.
Tinderbox. Nadar holding his tinderbox in his hands as it bursts into flames in front of him. Jesus fucking Christ!
And Lee's like, we all have torches.
Yeah, but this one's a lot more fun.
Yes, but this one guaranteed will last throughout the night instead of it's wet wood, but there's snow everywhere.
All right.
If Nadar had hair, it'd be singed.
Yeah. Enly flies up to the top of this tree and just settles in.
Do we have any like bowls and stuff?
Bowls?
Nadar,
Yeah,
do
we could
you-
add some.
And Nadar, do you have enough to set up your string?
So
Oh, of course I do.
I'm gonna do this
And he starts down the hill to set up an alarm at the base of the hill and all the way up to the start of the valley as well,
Lovely.
where we came in.
Keep that in mind.
Okay, we have water. I'm going to Nan's going to use whatever she has to make and the meat that she has from the rice. To chop up the meat into small little meat pieces and then make some stew.
Okay.
At least attempt to make stew.
No, I think that's lovely. I think you all will spend the next hour or so settling in, making sure the fire is good, as Non makes all of you dinner. Makes a lovely little meat stew for everyone.
Emily again only has one bite.
That's
Which again, I welcome all of you to look into that.
I have just realized, Atlas, why that is so funny, and I love it so much. Yeah, you take one bite, and then Hemlock, who's like literally just destroying his food, looks over and goes, "You gonna eat that?"
I think I'm all set. I filled up on rations earlier.
He blinks, and then he just reaches over slowly, grabs a piece of meat, and then just starts very quickly moving one moving one thing to another. Hemlock is not gonna check because Hemlock is just happy that he gets more food. Does anybody want to insight check Emily?
Sure, I guess.
Go
I'm
for
like,
it.
okay.
It'll be very silly if you do.
It's
I won't
11.
say. I
It's a
won't
14.
say.
I imagine Robert's preoccupied.
Don't tell me how occupied I am.
Okay.
Stop
preoccupied.
One moment!
Yeah, so what was a very mediocre lie to Enly apparently went past them all.
Yeah, Nadar's he like started going through his bag looking for a bedroll, realized he didn't have one, just muttered to himself, and then just started getting his shit out so he could go to bed.
Do you think Troll Carl knows, Dust?
Do you think Troll Carl cares?
Yeah, look at that abjuration drow. He's just staring into distance.
Roleplay amongst ourselves.
Yeah, my mom had to borrow my car, and I forgot that my car door doesn't have a handle. A story I'll tell in a little bit. I'll be back.
Alright. It's kind of making sure the soup isn't like fucking evaporating. Kind of tending to it. Tending to the fire to make sure it's still burning.
Yeah, Nadar's gonna set up a little, some sticks and lay some wyvern meat over them, so we can start drying out the meat, so we can have it later.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
Not close enough to cook the meat. We're out here.
That makes me actually want to make beef jerky.
Oh my
That's what he's making. He's making wyvern jerky right now.
I
Oh
have
my
the beef
gosh,
to do that. I can make jerky.
Cooking
I'll have to-
roleplay. Gordon Ramsay would never.
I'll ask Dusk how many pounds of wyvern jerky I can make.
When he comes back.
Yeah, when he gets back, I'll ask him how
million.
many pounds of wyvern jerky I make.
Anyway, ooh, there's a Taco Bell ad in the stream right now, and it's making me want Taco Bell.
Oh, my ads are over.
Mm-hmm.
I love Taco Bell.
Alright. So, interesting day
I
we've
don't
had.
want to do too much idle roleplay because something
Yes.
important might come up.
If that is a dragon egg, it being like right next to the fire isn't going to hurt it at all, actually.
I know,
Arguably, you
I-
put it in the fire.
I still have a torch right here.
I'm saying you can put it like basically in the fire, and it won't do anything to the egg.
I'll get closer, it's fine.
All right.
Sound pretty protective over the egg.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Kind of holding it like a.
Yeah, I do.
You were holding it with the fabric, like how some people held children back in my tribe. A little sling around their body. Kind of makes you look like a dad.
A form of experience.
Ah. Oh, you have kids?
Once.
Ah.
Enley
Sorry,
thinks
what?
about the all the little like figurines he keeps carving. Puts two and two together.
It's the happiest day of my life.
Really? How so?
When she was
I have returned.
when she was born, we almost didn't think she would make it. Ms. Raff, there wasn't as much experience in this sort of thing. We couldn't really hire a wet nurse or anything like that, so we did what we could. She was born underweight. She didn't cry when she was born, and I remember holding her in my arms, nestled tightly, her mother barely able to breathe. I remember staring into her eyes, emerald green as they were, and knowing I would do anything in the world, anything I could do for her. She was a piece of me. Probably the best piece of me. I guess throughout all of this hatred I've had, all of this hate I've had stuck in my heart, I don't once think I ever thought about them having children. Wondering if they too stared into their eyes and had their happiest day.
Mm.
I walked away for like 5 fucking seconds. Damn. That's great. I love that.
God damn it, Baha, that was sad.
Baja's
Yeah.
over here telling a sad story. Nadar's walking around with glowing pebbles and placing them around the camp so we can see. Thanks, Dust.
Alright.
It's actually.
Dust said roleplay amongst yourselves. I figured I could cook for a bit.
And you did, and I love it. And night. Night will fall. Trokar, you notice, will actually sit and listen to your story as well. He's not just gonna edgily gaze into the distance.
Would have been way funnier.
Emo.
If you turn around, it was like, yeah, anyways. No.
Anyways, fuck that story.
And yeah, we'll hold the egg very close, very tight. Very surprised you guys found out it was an egg beforehand. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations. Oh, I need to get rid of absorbed elements. I'm doing so many things.
Yeah, I was just over here. I can't even use it. My turn's long past.
And yeah. Is there anything else any of you would like to do before you take a long rest?
I'm obviously going to pack up any leftover stew that no one ate. And clean up a bit before I get some rest for the night.
Absolutely.
I would like to know how many pounds of wyvern jerky I can make.
What an interesting question. I will measure them not in pounds, but rather how long they will last you as a group. If you had them, like, okay, no, it's just fine. Roll a d12 for me.
A D12. Okay.
There are certain numbers on the lower end that I won't accept, in which case I'll ask you to roll again. For example, 1 day doesn't make sense. Even 4 days. Roll again. Okay, yeah, 5's enough. You think that if you ate this every single meal for 5 days, it would go out. So you have roughly 15 meals worth of jerky.
All right. Just adding that to my notes.
Yeah.
All right, Dust. I've added 1 dragon egg into my inventory.
I've changed pile of wyvern meat to pile of wyvern jerky.
I love that. And yeah, all of you will sleep the night away. Your stomach's full. You will rest. I will long rest you very briefly. Bop. Obviously, you will not rest, Robert. You will rest, but you won't long rest. And in the night, Robert, you don't see anything in particular. You actually roll perception for me.
Absolutely.
That's an 8. You feel like somewhere very far off in the distance and just generally all around you, you can hear the sounds of roaring and fighting, but they're very, very distant. And the horrors of the night don't manage to find their way to you all tonight. With an 8, it's hard to place what exactly it was, but you hear it in the distance. It's not that hard to hear. And yeah, all of you will go to sleep, and then you will awake the next morning. It isn't necessarily the light that wakes you up, because when you wake up, the sky is a deep, cloudy gray, indicating that there might be snow sometime soon. Oh, that's not correct. There we are.
It got darker.
It somehow got darker. There's an ambient light setting, and somehow there's a preset called None, and I was like, what do you mean none? It's just pitch black.
The internet question is yes.
Alright, so gonna clean up from previous camp, get ready. I'm going to prepare a fabric so I can kind of make it into like some kind of like protective sling, because that's what Nan and Robert discussed when they were traveling, I think, if I'm correct, Baha.
Yeah, Robert is going to go over there. He's going to take out a few pieces of silver coins, and he's going to place them sort of like underneath the blanket around where the egg is, so that if Emily ever thinks to or has a chance to heat metal, if we think it's getting too cold, that he can.
Mm-hmm.
And
then carefully take one layer of like my coat for a moment, like kind of put a sling around it, and then kind of like make the sling, add some blankets, kind of like, and let the coins get in there and all. And then it's going like, it's like the plan of like, making a sling underneath one of the layers of my jackets, so the jacket can give off heat as well.
And Robert also, he's gonna reach into his bag. He's gonna pull out some pieces of fabric, pretty pretty thick fabric, ones that probably wouldn't burn super easily. Oh no, fuck that! I'm gonna use the scales to hold this together, and then bind that with the rope. And he's going to grab some coals, some of the hot coals from the fire, and he's also going to get that so it doesn't burn the blanket or the backpack. But he's gonna put that underneath that as well before he sets the egg down.
All right. And it's gonna close the jacket in, so it gives that extra warmth. So it's just nice and cozy and snuggly.
True, Connell.
Yes?
Where are we headed to next?
Well, that's actually quite the interesting thing I meant to ask you. And he raises a hand with another behind his back and snaps his fingers, and you see the ground beneath you push upward, kind of like a hologram. So like you guys are all standing and like you like to make it easier to understand. You guys are like looking down at like a giant aerial view of Okrathel, with this illusion, at least from this little region that you guys are in. And I'm going to have all of you join me on Okrathel Southeast, where we are actually, if you look, we have a different Teravek now.
Hey!
Lizzie,
Boy's blind.
Lizzie has designed us a lovely little Teravek.
I love how we don't have a party token, but we have a blinded Teravek.
Yeah, we have
Party
blind
token?
Teravek.
No. Teravek, the keeper of secrets. That's our party.
Yeah. And he will say, there are many secrets that lie within Okrathel, many that have gone quite undiscovered for quite a long time. But there are also things going on in Okrathel on a day-to-day basis that we just don't know about. And so there are places of interest I have been looking into, hence my absence in the past couple days. And I have a few options for all of you. I'm going to draw on the map a couple X's for you. I'll make them red even though you can't see color.
We're all colorblind.
Yeah.
Are we really?
Oh wait, no, I can see color.
Look at that.
I'm
That's
not
not-
colorblind anymore.
Is that not pink?
It's pink.
That is more pink.
That's a hot pink.
Okay.
But he will sort of create these areas, and you can see from an aerial view a very vague, very kind of like hard to see, but like understandable concept of what these places are. And he will say, this one here, in reference to the one closest to you, is a small village. It actually has people in it. But recently they have been overtaken by a cult of sorts. It would probably be in our best interest to get information out of the people, and I feel the best way to do that is to get them out of the control of the cult. Also, that cult is just generally a nuisance, and I don't like them. So,
Fair enough.
honestly, if we had to take care of them, that would be lovely. And you can see on the map like a vague depiction of like a village with a few destroyed buildings and whatnot, but very intact, in direct contrast to the first village you came to on the beach. Then more northward within the mountains, you see this temple that is built into the side of the wall. Except, unlike the one you just went into, this one doesn't seem like it's war-torn or destroyed. It seems actually very well kept on this version of the map. And he says, there is another temple nearby. I don't know if it is accordant or draconic in nature, or perhaps both. But I wasn't allowed in. There is a guard that refuses to let me enter. But I feel like you might be able to talk him down from that. Perhaps he might have a job for you of some kind, make it a bit easier for you. But I do believe that any temples here in Okrathel are worth exploring, as they might have things like what you have found there, he says, motioning to the egg. Or perhaps it will have some kind of, I don't know, scroll with knowledge on it. I've seen a few. They're quite lovely. Nothing like what we're shooting for, but we're not quite ready for that yet. And then he will point down to the beach. And he will say, over here, I believe there's been talk of something coming out from the sea. There are a few, very, very few amount of actual people, individuals there, that have given reports of draconic-like creatures emerging from the ocean, and laying waste or requesting things of the people. It's diminished a lot of their population, but if these beings are asking things, it would be wise to figure out why they want them. So I suppose the question I ask is up to you. And I will mention, out of character, that you guys can talk in character about this right now. I will also do a thing in the chat after the session, so you can decide in the week or so, preferably sooner so I can write it, where you guys are going to be headed.
Well, yo, it looks like this village is probably the closest one to us. We could probably make that journey in a day.
I wonder if and I forgive me for this being completely out of character. I wonder if it might be smarter to start up at this one as far up as possible and work our way down after visiting temples and hopefully getting a little stronger. That might be a smarter move.
Yes, I was going to say the temple might have things that could be of use of us, and it looks like there might be a shrine nearby.
I think that might be our smartest. I don't have any other words than smartest. I could just say smartest in this regard.
I will say, alternatively, we could start at the one to the south.
I feel like that one might be our most dangerous one. I think if we...
But we would have the choice of going to that shrine tucked away in the mountains there if we wanted to first. Then we go there and then work our way inland. I guess because we would have to do quite a bit of backtracking if we went up then down, then back up again.
I'm going to be completely, I guess, honest with you. I think if we're going to make any sort of move with this, everything in my bones tells me that, I want to go to the south. I want to go kill shit. I want to fucking fight. But I think my usual strategies don't work here.
I think
and I think if we start up here,
on the assumption that we need to go to all of them.
I don't think we have to. I think we need to. I think I'm here for a purpose.
As are we all.
Correct. And as far as purposes go, mine originally coming here wasn't the best, but I came with semi-good intentions. I think that if we were going to make any form of long-term trip in general, if we started up here, we hit this shrine, worked our way down into the cult, moved from the cult down to the beach, up from the beach up to the other shrine, and then through the mountains, I think that gives us our next month or two to actually do some good. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel like I want to actually do some good.
My need for being here gives me no such compulsion, but
I understand.
I I know that without the group, I am dead on my own.
I also understand that.
I just want to go home.
Where's your home?
A place none of us can reach on our own.
Mm.
Dun dun dun.
Then I think...
Where
Then
we
I
guys
think
going? Or
Yes, none?
here to get something perfectly fine. Whichever you guys choose. I'm all neutral. Thing. I think my main focus is just, trying to stay safe, stay together,
I think...
and not get this egg killed.
Can I make a case, Inlay?
You may do as you wish.
I think that as far as things go, as we put them all together, that I don't think we're going to be able to complete any of our goals without getting stronger first. And I think what I've designed, at least with the pathway of going up and doing some good and working our way through this and then around, would be enough. I think that's a decent path of strength. I think that's a way for us to actually get our goals. We're not going to do anything if we do the bare minimum. If we go to one of these places and we do maybe a little bit of good, but we go to one of these places, we solve some things and put it together. I could be wrong. I'm not the smartest. I'm not even the bravest, and I'm certainly not the strongest. We've all met Navrok. But I'd like to think that I have enough heart at the end of the day to know what goals I can and can't complete. And I think if we start with the beach, I don't know how safe we can be in the long run, considering we now have a much more docile, much more fragile party member. And he's going to gesture to the bag with the egg in it. That's my case.
Well, my thing was either head to the village or head north right off the start and just move south. So in that case, I'm with Robert.
That's a vote there. No one said their vote's going anywhere. Enley, where does your vote lie?
Enley pauses and looks at the map. Enley just kind of nods, and with one hand, you see a little bit of a shimmer, and he pulls back the hood of his cloak, and a vaguely elven face looks out at all of you with a mask covering the lower half of it, and a burn covering most of his right eye, and just nods and just says, "I'll do what the group wants."
Okay. All right then. Let's pack up. We should We should stop moving. Get what we can.
The camp's already packed up. Nadar and Non have done it already.
Robert looks around and he goes, "Good enough." Do we go?
And all of you will begin to head, I believe, you had agreed on up here. Yeah.
Yeah, probably closer to the mountain till we avoid the village a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
We don't want to get seen by the cult yet.
Yeah. That trip will take roughly a week on foot. And you all will work your way there. We will go through that process together. I'll write up a little thing for it so that we don't just teleport there and there's an actual sense of going places. But for the sake of this session, you begin to trudge forward on the base of the mountain, and none of you make a perception check. All of you make a perception check. It's going to need to be very high.
Alright, let me see here.
All right, here we go. +1. Let's go.
Also +1.
I don't perceive shit.
Hold on.
I perceive
That's
also
the
shit.
third 7 you've rolled.
No dust. That's a 57.
Man, thank God Non's here.
Non.
None with
halfway,
the dragon eyes.
halfway through the first day, not even eyes. Halfway through the first day, you all are walking down and not walking down, walking up the path on the way, and you could swear you barely hear it. It just catches the tip of your perception. Do you know that sound when you have an ice cube in a cup and then you pour water on it?
It's a really, really good day. Sorry, that's Ice Cube the rapper.
Yeah.
That like
Oh, you mean that crackling noise when you put water on freshly dispensed
Yes.
ice and it starts cracking?
yes.
Yeah.
You hear that noise. And that is where we'll end the session for today.
Okay. We did.
Also, you all level up,
Hey!
Hey!
which we can actually do right now if you wanted to.
Hell yeah.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Pulling up D&D Beyond. I'm lazy.
No, you don't need to do it in D&D Beyond. You can do it in D&D Beyond later. But in your character sheet, if you will pull it up for me, on your main page, under class and level, there is a gear to the right. Go ahead and hit it. I don't know if it'll let you. If it doesn't, I'm so sorry. I'll do it myself. But you'll hit that gear, and then there will be a button that says level up in the top right of the box that appears. Hit
It
that.
says unable to import, unable
Unable
to
to
download,
import.
Oh,
not
this
loaded.
is bullshit.
Toxic folders of everything not loaded.
Is everything activated for the players? That is so bizarre to me that it will not let you do it. That's okay. I will do it myself. I'll actually go one by one. However, we don't have to do that during this. Now we can do it during the stream. Fuck it, why not? I'll go in
Fuck
order.
it, we ball.
Really quick. Enly, I'm gonna level you up.
Yay.
You get an ability score improvement.
I think we're all gonna
Or a what's it called? Or a
Feat.
feat. What would you like?
I need to do a little bit more research.
Absolutely. I'll come back around to you. What about non?
An ability?
Oh, do you want to level up your ranger or your rogue?
Ooh.
I'll level up my rogue. Just so I can have even.
Absolutely. Yes, and you now have cunning actions, which means as a bonus action, you can hide, dash, or disengage. Lovely. For some reason, no, there we are. And then next would be Robert. Do you know what you want?
Look, the smartest move would be to just, buff my intelligence. But it's not the move I want to make.
I wouldn't, honestly, it's a very, I would, it's your dump stat.
Yeah, that's like...
Every single time I play D&D, I'm not joking, I have someone who's like, I don't like that I have an 8 in this. I want to make it a 10. And I'm like, you can do that. However, you could also just make yourself more powerful.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like that's what's just passing my head. I know I'm going to take a feat.
Okay. Absolutely. Are you
I-
gonna do one that tries to improve your strength so you can even it out at a 20?
I was thinking of actually taking Sentinel.
Sentinel. Okay, let me grab that one.
Especially now that Robert wants to protect something a little more. I feel like that's the smarter move.
Let's see. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, it becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. I forget that's insane. Creatures provoke opportunity attack even if they take the disengage action before leaving your reach. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use a reaction to make a melee attack against that creature.
Oh, that's nasty compared with my Thunder Gauntlet, which gives them disadvantage if they don't attack me.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Do you want to take that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Sentinel. It's the go-to martial class feat that is
That it is.
really good at early level.
That
I-
it is.
I remember I had I had one character that I had been playing for a while. That was they were a bugbear. And I think they were like a bugbear fighter, and I given them polearm mastery, sentinel, and like that's all you really needed at level 8 to have a 25-foot stabbing radius. if anyway, because bugbears have like an extended reach anyway.
Yeah, they already have reach.
Mhm.
So basically, it was like if any of your party within like 20 feet of you gets hit, you could stab them. That
But,
shit was funny.
but yeah, there's your Sentinel. And
Oh.
Nadar, you're up last.
I will be taking Alert.
That's a really
Smart.
good one. I really like Alert.
Yeah, Nadar realizing how dangerous it is here. Obviously, he's going to try to be more alert by taking Alert.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I can no longer be surprised while I'm conscious. I don't get advantage on me if they're unseen, and I get a +5 to my initiative, so I can finally roll decent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it doing this stupid thing? Oh, it's doing the stupid thing. It decided that it was
Is that
going to
new
give you
alert?
the 2024 version. That's not what I
yeah.
wanted.
Give us legacy
Yeah.
version.
I would like the
Ew,
legacy version,
2024?
please. Okay, well, I'm gonna delete.
2024? Ew.
Can I
Disgusting.
not delete it? Let me delete it. Oh, you absolute. Okay.
I don't even
Fine.
get another spell. I don't even get another spell slot. This is bullshit.
This just
Ooh,
in.
do I get more spell slots?
Chat. This
Or-
just
no, I
in.
don't.
Fantasy Grounds is dustphobic.
True.
I will say the funniest thing, guys. I have 50 health.
Oh yeah.
That's- Oh wow.
Mine-
It does. If I need you to know, if I ever get the chance, if I ever catch you lacking and I get to drain divine essence and get 3 times my level in temporary health as well.
Ooh, does that mean my temp HP
Oh,
goes up too now?
oh no, wait.
Yeah.
I don't
'cause-
even.
Oh no, not yet. I think that's next level. I could be wrong.
It's
Oh
not
no,
even
no, it
time.
does. It's based off your level, not your proficiency.
Oh, Dust. I'm so stupid. It's 10 times my level in temporary hit points.
Sweet.
What is
so I
that
have
again? That's drain divine
guaranteed
essence.
4 temporary hit points at the start
It's
of every fight.
it's if I drain divine essence with like the 1d10 minutes of like focusing
Ah,
on sapping something. It's the one that like doesn't come up near as much because like especially here, I'm not gonna drain the mother's fucking divine essence.
yeah. You may choose to spend Hold on. I see. Okay. That's interesting. I like that.
It's one of those things that like if it plays up, Robert's extra tanky for a day.
Oh yeah. Emily. Did you decide what you wanted to add to it, or did you need me to give you more time? We could decide over the week. Atlas is dead again. We've killed Atlas.
No, I'm here. I
Hey.
decided.
Wonderful. What would you like?
I'm going to take the Magic Initiate feat for Sorcerer.
Okay. Let me find it on here. Magic Initiate. Are you gonna be a big stupid idiot? Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, me specifically, I am.
I'm a
Magic.
big dum dum. Sometimes.
Initiate.
Teaching.
Okay. It's really cool. It's just deciding not to show up for me. That's all right. What? Oh, I trust you. What exactly does that do?
I get 2 cantrips and a first level spell from the Sorcerer list.
Awesome. What would you like?
I'm taking Firebolt,
A really good
Sorceress
one.
Burst, and Ray of Sickness.
So, Firebolt. What was the second one?
Sorceress Burst.
So, I don't know if I have that one on here. What does that one do? Actually, no. I'll just look it up.
You cast a Sorceress Energy at one creature or object within range, makes ranged spell attack roll at a target. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 damage of a type you choose: acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, psychic, or thunder. If you roll an 8 on a d8 for this spell, you can roll another d8 and add it to the damage. When you cast a spell, the maximum number of these d8s you can add to the spell's damage equals your spellcasting ability modifier.
What the fuck?
It's one of the newer ones,
Hello?
I think. But
So
Newer.
essentially,
I don't know
if you are lucky enough, you can
yeah, I can keep
your
stacking d8s.
at your current level, you can deal 32 damage.
Mhm.
Just casually.
With a cantrip.
Yeah, you have to get very lucky.
Mhm.
I think that's like
Which I famously am not.
yeah, that's 1 moment. That is a 1 in 4, basically a 1 in 4,096 chance of happening, but it could happen.
Mhm. It could happen. It's a lot more likely that, maybe I stack it once in a while, one time, and then I get to do 12 damage or something like that.
Yeah. I will go ahead and add that for you. Yeah, and I'll go over
Thank you.
stuff later. But yeah, that is going to wrap up our session. Thank you guys
Hell
for
yeah.
playing. You guys didn't die the wyvern. I will admit, over the past week, I literally was like, I just realized that wyvern is challenge rating 6 and they are challenge rating 3. This thing does so much fucking damage, it's going to kill most of them in 1 hit. Oh no, oh god.
I think the funniest part about that is it's challenge rating 6, and most of us went in it with half or none of spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very, very pleased.
Are you able to fix my initiative, or is it just fucked?
Oh, what's your initiative?
It
Well, you
should be
get the
plus
plus
5.
5 for alert.
Oh, I see. No, I can change that very
Yep.
easily. I actually think you can change that. Do you see the little, the cogwheel next
Oh,
to
yeah,
AC?
here we go. Yes.
Gotcha. I don't, are you proficient in it? Is that a thing you can do?
Do I gain proficiency from alert? I think I do in the new version.
You get proficiency for initiative if you're proficient in perception.
There we are. No, I got it. I just added 5 to the misc, so you're all good.
Yeah, it just took away the alert feat.
Yeah.
That's weird. Initiative swap. Oh,
yeah, I don't like that. I
Times
hate
four
it. I think
version.
it's awful.
I'm excited to get to the village because Enly needs armor.
Man,
I
the
think it does
initiative
that.
swap. So basically, I can steal.
Wow, no one's ever made that idea before.
Whoa!
Crazy.
Christ. But yeah, I'll go ahead and end it here.